A few weeks ago, we asked you a question. Is Ukraine losing the war against Russia? And today I ask that question again. You see, Ukraine's front line is collapsing. Just this year, the war-torn country has lost over 400 square kilometers to the invading Russian forces. Well, 403 square kilometers to be precise. This figure has been given by the Russian defense minister during a briefing with the Russian military chiefs. Shoigu boasted that his forces have captured this much territory since the starting of this year. If he's right, it would mean Ukraine has lost 403 square kilometers of its territory in just a span of 3 months. President Vladimir Putin's forces claim to have secured their first territorial gains in almost a year in recent months. This, even as Ukraine continues to be both outnumbered and outgunned on the battlefield. Delays in the inflow of Western aid, which are vital to fend off Russian forces, have seriously jeopardized Ukraine's prospects on the battlefield. Russian forces have been able to take advantage of this. Since the fall of the frontline town of Avdiivka, Russian forces have continuously advanced into Russian territory. It was the most significant territorial advance for Russia since May last year. Just have a look at the map of Ukraine. The portions in red, that's all Ukrainian land now under Russian control. The Russian defense minister briefed the military chiefs that the forces continue to push Ukrainian units westwards. Shoigu says that the Russian forces have captured 5 more settlements, 4 in Donk, 1 in Zapia, in just the span of 1 month. Now make no mistake here, Ukraine's situation on the front line is extremely dire. But the situation in the settlements further away from the border also have been affected with daily drone missile attacks. In the latest, a Russian drone attack struck residential buildings in Kharkiv and an energy facility in the surrounding region. As a result, 4 people died. 350,000 residents were left without electricity. Ukraine's second largest city, which lies some 30 kilometers from the Russian border, has been pounded by strikes. Russia has renewed its missile and drone attacks on Ukraine's energy system. In Dnipro region, Russian forces also hit a solar power plant. Russia, of course, denies deliberately targeting civilians, but the focus has been on capturing eastern and southern parts of Ukraine. According to the American think tank ISW, or the Institute for the Study of War, Russia controls more than 100,000 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory. That's almost a fifth of Ukraine, by the way. In its daily assessment update, ISW says that Russian forces appear to have increased the number and the size of mechanized ground assaults on the front line. And this is just in the past 2 weeks. ISW assesses that the Russians may be intensifying the overall tempo of their offensive operations in Ukraine. In fact, ISW also confirmed that Russian forces have made advances near Bakudon city and in Donetsk-the-Pia border area in the last few days.